Well, folks, time for a year-end review. I've been at this for 4 years now, and each year I make a few improvements. And this year I got it down to. Let's have a look here. If I include what I'm carrying forward, my credit of $157.92. I got it down to $38.50 a month. I think that's amazing. Be honest with you, we use a lot of power. Look at the power we use. 15,000 all used. 15,322 kilowatts. And I know there's even more on there because my garage is off grid and I just run it from my Outback. This is all the Enphase reports here. And I keep track every month. I keep track of my bills, all my costs there. There's my total cost for the year was $619 minus the $157 because I have to carry that into next year because they didn't pay it all out yet. They took $318 this last month, but I had quite a bit built up this year. And I think that's from January or July and August were big months. There's in the reports shows there's June 1930 kilowatts. That's a lot of kilowatts. Anyway, I thought I'd give you this bit of an update. I don't know what I can explain on here other than use everything you can and don't net meter is only use it when you can't save it or use it. And then now this year I've got a new edition, this Sun 1000. So I've just started this. That's the number 1 and that's the number 2. In December made approximately 50 kilowatt hours and 30 kilowatt hours. So that'll be interesting to see when I put that on automatic for the year. Once the sun starts coming around, I don't kill the battery off so bad. I think I'm going to make probably, I don't know, maybe 1,000 kilowatt hours off those two little guys. Or, there goes, there's like $7 or something a month already, and it was December, so that could add up. Those things might work pretty good. I averaged out to 9 cents a kilowatt hour. Some months are more, depends. Ontario Hydro is just the pits when it comes to sharing because they don't give me credit for all of it, but it's a better deal than none, and it's a darn good battery, right? I mean, you can just fill that grid tie account up as much as you can produce, and but you don't get it all back. You get 2/3 about. But it was interesting to see. There's a lot of. It shows what I purchased and what I made. I made almost 13,000 kilowatt hours this year, and that's just out of the 40 Enphase inverters, right? I know I made way more than that and used it probably out of my Outback, and there's 4,600 watts there on those 2 panel arrays. So I'm sure I made another 100 kilowatts a month at least. Anyway, I don't know, maybe way more than that. I should check that out. I haven't checked it out yet. But if you were wondering whether solar paid off, well, here's the proof. My average bill before I put in solar was about $300 a month for the whole year averaged out. And it's gone up since then. So now I got it down to, $38.50 this year. I finally broke that $50. That was tough, but I had shade problems and I had other problems. You know, there's last year's. Last year's was only $79.49 a month. But I only made 10,000. So I made 10,900. So about 2,000 kilowatt hours less. It's a very sunny year this year, so I made quite a bit. But now it's time to move on to the next year, so I'm hoping we'll get some. We haven't had sun we had 3 days of sun since the 1st of January. And it's the 16th today, so 13 days of clouds. It's hard to make anything when it's doing that. I don't even know. What am I making today? There's my chart. It shows how much I made every month, which this is where I get the numbers for that chart I just showed you. You know, and my optics, this is my version of what Outback shows me. So right now I'm charging off the grid for this for the winter because there's no sun. That's my Outback here. So right now it's charging. I like to charge during the best sunlight hours, right? But I'm buying right now. And I know I'm not charging too much. Probably about 400 watts is all I'm getting out of that gray sky. As you can see, it's gray and cold and no sun, and that's the way it's been for months on end. So yeah, I suspect it's going to stay that way for a little while longer. Now, where was I? Oh yeah. So there's how much I made in a lifetime. That's 4 years, 41.66 megawatts. And if you put a value to that at all, like that's, what is that? That's 41,660. 41,660 kilowatts times, say, 10 cents a kilowatt. Yeah, it's $4,000. Somehow that seems not enough to me. I think I make more than that because my bills must be a digit out. And I shouldn't do live calculations, but $300 a month over 4 years, a lot more than that. It must be 40,000. We lost a little bit there. We're doing what we can, so I'm just waiting for those big high months to come back now. They're the best. Like I said, I try and charge off the grid. They're from 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock, that's when I get the most sun. And usually when it's sunny at all, you don't even notice it. It just uses a little bit before it hits the net metering. But yeah, it's an interesting hobby, as you guys all know. It's nice when it pays back a little. And from what I can see, it pays back. So I think I'm saving about $3,000 a year, because here's my first few years. We 36. I didn't even stay at home in the winter. These years I was in Florida, so that's with no heat, and you can bet heat's at least $1,000 a year. So they were 36 to 3,500, even 3,500. With heat would easily be 3,500, and now I'm down to 500. So I think I'm saving about 3,000 a year. It's really difficult to know because hydro only shows you what you save on your bill. It only shows the cost of production is what you save, but we all know that the real cost is what the monthly bill is. And it's about twice as much as what the electrical cost is, because they charge you for taxes and delivery, HST, and you name it. It's on there. So In fact, I got most of that recorded in my sheet here. I hide that because it's so depressing to look at that. Unhide. There you go. So there's all kinds of money. This is all the stuff they don't show you. So there's delivery cost. We're $800 this year, and electricity cost was $1,200. And then they give us credits this year, so that helps. And you see, even at the credit, like in this, if they don't give us the credit, the price goes up, so I get paid more for my production. So the credit really doesn't help me a whole lot. It helps some. I mean, I take a credit if anytime I can get it, but you know, just the HST, that's our tax here, $268. But they only tax me on what I actually buy, which is kind of nice. I don't have to pay extra. Anyway, it is what it is. I just thought I'd give you an update there. Let you know that I'm gonna work on that 3850 with these Sun Micro 1000 watt inverters. That's gonna take the cost out up to 1,000 watts before it hits at night. So before it hits the net metering account, and then at night, of course, the net metering account doesn't work at night. That's the way they have it set up. So I'll just make power at night and use it, same as any other inverter. Anyway, that's my yearly update, just so you know. Thanks for watching.